Hello everyone. I've made a couple videos and I am going to post them. They're a little long. One was talking about some, experience that I had here, trouble that I had here a couple weeks ago, and some other things in it, just some of the things that's kept me from coming here lately. And the other one, just I'm trying to get you caught up to where you know where I'm coming from and what has hindered me from coming. And in the other one here, I said I'm going to make a video on some of my experiences. I had talked about each of us starting with our own field. That's why we each learn on our own, at our own pace, at our own level, with what our understanding is, and how we perceive comes from what has been already planted. And, that's why the Spirit reveals to each of us and purges out the false, And there's just so much I want to say. I'm going to do this in an order. I am. I just want to put out a couple things tonight. But it is, that's a lot of what's kept me from speaking many things, is the things that I do not understand. Because some have never experienced supernatural or spirit or, different things. I have had experiences all my life. I have had, and there's certain things I don't yet understand. But I came, with all that this has been given to me in the revelations these years. Thing I do understand is the scriptures, is the gospel. But, it's just my own experience. I'm still learning of my life unfolding. Each of us has to become whole. We start with, kind of like a garden, I guess, each of us. The garden of our mind. There's been wrong things planted. And the Spirit comes and purges out. The field is worked and the tares are taken out, and it is the things that hinder us from seeing eye to eye in each of us, as like, and I've said it in the other one. I'm not going to get all into that right now. I need to do it in orderly. I need to come up and do these things like, where you can follow me from the beginning of the conversation. Like it has to be when reading the gospel, not just taking a verse. You start at the beginning of the conversation so you know what's being spoken in context. But things that I don't yet understand or hasn't been revealed or understood in me, another brother or sister out there might have that understanding, but until I come to understand, we can't see eye to eye. So there's things that some of us are seeing eye to eye, and we're growing. The unity is growing, but it's the things that where we differ, where we don't yet, I haven't come to know things, or you haven't come to know some things that I might have understand. And but that is the Spirit working in each of us. Not our working, it's the Spirit working, but we are to work with what the Spirit has given to each of us. What the Spirit has revealed to me, I use in my life, and that is how we manifest the Spirit that is with us and within us. It is by what Spirit you hold, what you're going to manifest in this world. But right now, I just want to, and that's why I like Brother Shadra, and I said it on the other video. There's certain things that I've experienced, and he had said last time, and I don't think he understood me because I haven't really went in depth with it. But he told me, don't worry about this certain thing. And in one sense, it's true, because all I need to worry about is the gospel. But until these things are understood in me, I have questions, and there's certain things I cannot answer until these are understood, so I can't ignore them. I hope some of that made sense, but let me see. Just let me get some of this out, and I know I've let some people down out there who was, and I hope everyone's doing well. I hope that, faith is growing and, and strengthening. Because I know there's a great work going on today in many. It is by this work and it is by the revelation and the truth being known that this world is and will be lighted. One candle at a time. On the shelf. What is it? Put it not under a bushel, but set it on a shelf. As Shadre wears this shirt, setting it on a shelf is letting your light shine before man. Letting your light is the spirit and that word that burns in you. That that drives you, that what's leading you and inspiring you, inspires the works to be done. But I just want to talk about some. I've had spirits all my life. Some I don't understand, and I know as I begin to speak, and I don't try to understand things now. I wait. And I've never written anything down. Very little have I written, and I think it's time for me to do that. It's like my tongue, the pen of a ready writer, or my mind is the file of a ready writer. My mind and my heart is a file. It has all the notes, everything I need to. But I just have to start putting it out. And, because spirit is not seen. This is one of the things that I still haven't come to terms and understood, because spirit not being seen. But I guess you can be given vision to see things of spirit. And, my experience when I was taken out, that one still, when I was visited in my bed, and I didn't have fear, that one still kind of bothers me because I don't understand who it was. And that's why the one that Shadre had told me not to worry about those things, just to preach the gospel. And but how can you not? Because that's part of it. How I seen, how is it that I saw that man, that tall being, and he's not as any I've ever heard others tell. Like they talk about the alien that's the Nordic looking, and I've seen their pictures, but not like this. The one that this one looked like the one in Revelation, the one with white hair. It was hoary hair, white curly hair, and he had no hair on top, and his hair around, from ear to ear, in his gown, and he was, different but yet beautiful. And majesty is, the word that came to my mind. It's majestic. And he was neutral. I didn't know if he was for me or against me. And in a sense, I think if this was just something in spirit that was given, but I was actually walked outside, I actually felt the air and smelled the air. At least I remember feeling and smelling the air. Walked onto a ship. Because when I first turned and I looked up, I was on my bed. I had been awoken out of sleep, and I was on my bed, and the door standing open with a being there. And then I look up here, right next to me at my headboard was the tall being looking down at me. I looked him eye to eye, but I can't remember his eyes. I remember his face. I remember, his body, I remember, he was in the gown covering everything. But his eyes that I looked at twice, eye to eye, I cannot. It's kind of like I have the memory of them, but I don't. I can't bring it to surface. Excuse me, I have something on my hand really bothering me. But then, I knew I had to go, and I told you, and it's in my strange experience video or whatever, or my strange visitation. My dog was allowed to go with me. I go on the ship. There's women in normal clothing and everything, and I don't really want to see, and I didn't share that a long time, and I still don't like to share, because I don't like to share things I don't understand. But it's these things that hinder me from speaking some things. And then the cackle at the end is when I was asked 3 times, is this God, is this God, is this God? And each time I said no. And then the last time I heard it and said, yes, yes. And then next thing I know, I'm in my bed, like I just got there. My dog's acting like he's just now looking for a place to lay. And I look at the clock, and we had been there an hour. An hour had passed since the time I'd last looked at the clock. And but that's one. See, it's like, and I look for honest answers. Yeah, there's many that will be coming and commenting to this, from their indoctrination, But I know I will have the answer. Maybe I already do, but I just haven't accepted or, fully. And could it have actually just been in spirit? And that, when I looked and I believed he was neutral to me, I don't remember fearing him. I just didn't understand, because basically it was the symbol of Christ or Satan that I had looked at, eye to eye. Or maybe it's make the tree good or make the tree evil. Maybe the neutral was for me. I'm the one who has to decide what he stood for. But, and there's other things I never shared. I'm going to share what happened later that night. We'll just make this video. See, there's many other things I've heard an audible voice 2 times, but I'm going to share the rest of that. But, and I'm sharing with you, so there's many out there who are struggling with things. I know the gospel. I know Christ's spirit, Christ's heart. I know the words of life, but I'm telling you my experience. Why, there's still things that I don't understand, and that some of us have not yet seen eye to eye on, because of different experiences that we have in each of our life, different seeds that is planted in each of us. Different, that it's the purging of all. When everything is purged, when all the false is purged, and we come to full understanding and unity, then we will all see eye to eye. But it's time for each of us who have been taught a spirit to put forth and show these things to the world, to do the works of spirit in the world. And, and things become a habit. Just as bad things become a habit, good things can become a habit. And just as bad leads to more wrong, good leads to more right. I have a lot of, my life, and I know all that's given to me, even in this life, is for the benefit and glory of Christ, and for these things to be manifest in the earth, and to use what has been given to me in this, in spirit and in this world, in my store, the place of my standing here in my city. I know I can make, begin. I can start good things right here. We all can. Each of us to sit on a YouTube daily and just, you know, you know, how many ever go out and do a good work, make something happen good, change your community, change the life of one person, help one person? How many are you going to sit there? Is YouTube going to do it? You know. But I will go. I'll say that better later. But what the audible voice I've heard twice. This was when probably it might have been just a few months apart, and it was here in this house. And although I have heard children laughing at my other store, it was a child laughter. But that's the whole other thing. Like, and once you've heard something, you know it's there, and so many will say, oh, it's demons, and then others will stick to, oh, it's ghost, or, I don't, until the Spirit reveals to me something, I know what it could be. Well, it could be this or that, but until the Spirit gives me understanding, I don't speak on things really, and I can't say one way or another what these things are. But, I'm just going to say fast, though, the first time I ever heard the audible voice, and this was, which one was it? One was in my room and one was in my guest room, or my daughter's room when she's here. One time was, did ye not know? And it was a male voice, a soft male voice. There was no fear. It was no evil feeling in the room, and it emitted it filled the room, but it came from a certain direction. And it said, "Know ye not, or know ye not, or did ye not know?" And I wrote that down on one of my computers, I think. Did ye not know, or know ye not? I can't remember which one. That only 1,600 or 16,000 years ago, that only 1,600 years ago, the written language was thought to be impossible. Did you not know that only 1,600 years ago, the written language was thought to be impossible? Now, ponder that for a minute, And that's the thing. Some have never heard. I have heard that. I know that happened. That wasn't a dream. That was when I woke up and I'm laying there and I hear this voice. And, and many thoughts came. I never, I went and, all these thoughts came, the written language, and I saw cursive writing, and I thought how really awesome writing is, and the art of writing, even cursive, how they just totally beautifully and, calligraphy and all this stuff goes through my mind, But anyway, I'm not getting into everything. This is just some of the things I'm going to talk about. Some of all that I've held in, And the other time, what was the other time? And I don't know if I felt it as much in there when I heard that one, but it was the same voice. But the one, and I can't remember which one, I think that happened first. But the one when I woke up and I was feeling really peaceful, and it's like the whole room, I felt peace, and just a warmth, presence, and what was the word that I have too much on my mind? What was the word? This one was harder, and I did write this down, and I will find it. I might have said it on another video. Let me think for a second. I can't pause this, or I would pause it. I've tried to learn how to pause, and it just clicks me off and goes to another video. Though all things, now something, let me say it a couple times, because I need to write it down to remember. Though all things that are seen were created by things that are not seen. All things were created by things that are not seen. Though no eye can see the eye of he that created all things. And I will try to, ponder and think of that more clearly, right off the top of my head, how it was like something like that. But it was a soft male voice, and there was peace in my, the room. And see, that's like there's many out there who they're indoctrinations, and they will say, "Oh, that was the devil," or "That was Satan," or "angel," or demon, or something. They're making me feel total peace, emitting a whole room with peace. That was Satan. That was a demon. That's what they think. I will wait for revelation and understanding on what that was, but how ironic and how that you can think. That's not being able to think and reason. But all things were created by things that are not seen, though no eye can see the eye of He that created all things. And I will try to ponder that, and make sure, and I'll look for it where I wrote it down as soon as it was revealed. But anyway, I know this is getting long, but I want to tell you what happened after I the experience, because, and I've said it, but this part I didn't tell. I was going to maybe I'll just put this on, and then I'll go ahead and make the one of what happened after my visitation that night. And yes, that's what I will do. I've had things all through my life. I've known that I have been saved. I've known that I would not die. I've always been confident. I've never had fear of death until I laid in there sick. After all, trying to get off my Suboxone, and I was going through a spiritual battle. It's all coming together. I see, and I know what I have to do. And I will come back and share. I do want to share these things. So maybe someone out there has experienced, or, maybe someone has understanding that I do not. But, I don't know. The most important thing, though, is just the word to be heard and seen in the world. It doesn't matter what I've had to so much, like myself and our experience to get here. It's just the more important thing is that we have arrived. We are here and made able to speak the good word and to show forth the good works. To show forth, just who is our Father. And through all this, it's the strength that we have to for those who, where I was not strong for those to come against me now. Because I will be ready for all that comes against me now. Because that's what these 3 years and my whole life has made me ready for. It's those who made ready is those who don't seek their own glory. Don't seek their own, anything of their own. But they seek what is right and true, and they seek the glory of their Father. They seek not for themselves, but to give it to others. It's like my seeking was never for myself. It was that I wanted a right word to speak. I did not want to speak a lie. I did not want to teach my children, wrongly. I wanted the truth so I can give it to others. And I sought it out. And no matter what the cost, I was going to. If I was wrong, I had hell to pay. If all those speakers out there was right and I'm wrong, I knew that I am going to face a God that isn't very mad at me. I've just, but I'm not wrong. Because what was put in my heart, and Christ in my heart, He don't lie. So, I love you all. Many blessings, and I'll come back and share the stranger part of that story. Bye for now.